This week's show is the first in a series of interviews from the competitors at the upcoming Gobsmacked Perth Corporate Rumble number 8, which is held at the Perth Crown Ballroom on September 3rd, 2022. Please welcome my first guest, Chiara Oteri.
Yep.
Okay, we're ready to go?
Ready?
Oh, we're ready. You look very ready.
I am.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for
On time. How good's that? Last year, not one person was on time last year.
Really?
Yeah, you had you and Fraser. Fraser 10 minutes early. You spot on time. Love it. Great start. We're off to a great start. You're taking part in the PCR, Perth Corporate Rumble. PCR, same as a, I know.
I know, every time people have been like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you'll catch on eventually.
I know. PCR. What does it actually stand for with the tests? You said do not talk about COVID at all, and all I've done is talk about it.
I feel like I should know this even though I don't.
Preliminary something result?
Probably COVID result.
The C. Probably the C is the easiest part of it, and that's the one I could think of. Nice. Okay.
Even though everything it's like called is like sarcovirus, and I'm always like, everyone's like SARS. I'm like, it's not SARS.
Is it a form of SARS?
I don't think so. 'Cause I think SARS came from animals.
Really? I don't know.
There's too many of these things.
It's too much. Let's not talk about it. How's that tea?
Beautiful. Thank you.
It's my specialty. Thanks for
Your
coming in.
wife must love that then.
Oh, loves it. It's just one of the many things about me. She just loves.
That's why I said yes.
Because he makes good tea. She's easy to impress. Okay. Tell me, you're taking part September 3rd. The original one was April 2nd, from memory. And we didn't get to meet up in February. So we're back, and we've got the Perth Corporate Rumble, PCR, September 3rd at Crown Ballroom.
Yep.
Crown Ballroom, is that it? Yep. Anyway, it's great. Sponsor, hit me. Who have you got?
AI Group, which
Tell me
is
about AI
actually
Group.
my mum's partner.
Yep.
So it's an artificial intelligence company, and they do.
Nice.
It's actually a really weird one to explain. So you have like your security cameras that obviously go everywhere around any sort of system. What they do is it's a program that runs on top of the security system that can detect human behaviour. So some of the clients that do I look that way? Yeah.
No, you look straight at me. I'm
All right.
just double checking the camera's still going.
So an example that he gave me was like if you work at Subway and you're not wiping down your tables, you're not washing your hands, it detects all these sort of things and it flags each of these behaviours that maybe the manager wants flagged and then sends them a report to say, this employee isn't doing this, and then you can bring them up on so many things.
Really?
And so they've got aged care, hospitality, quite a few different ones because next year they'd like to list it as a public company.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So
AI has come a long way.
so far. And it's so interesting. I love it.
Yeah, even VR.
Yep.
Because do you remember, how old are you? Can I ask?
I'll be 31. I'm 31 this year.
Jesus.
I'm not as young as the other people in this.
Don't know how old I am. Because I remember some of the first VR that came out, and it was, Jesus, I don't know how many years ago it was. But, yeah, it was very, blocky. It was almost like a Minecraft looking thing, and it was very slow, very jerky. And how long that's gone in, how far that's come in, say, 20 years compared to, and AI, because AI learns and actually adapts as well. Think the robots are coming for us?
I don't know. I remember going to the Royal Show once and seeing that Honda had made a robot.
Yeah.
And I was like, and this would be easily 15 years ago. So I was like, it's only going to be another 10 or something years.
Yeah.
And here we are. I wouldn't be surprised. You've got, all of Elon Musk's stuff. Wouldn't be surprised if he's like, I've got a robot in my...
Can you imagine that?
So.
It's where we're going to be in 20 years is just incredible. Considering I didn't have the internet when I was at school. That's how old I am.
Okay. I mean, I had the internet, but it was you had to plug in the blue cable.
Oh, and
and wait for the time.
Someone would call the home phone. Cut out. Oh, jeez. All right. So you sponsor AI. Geez, that is interesting. I'm going to ask you more about that later, actually.
Right.
Reasons behind your application. Let's go a second. 2 from 2. Let's go.
Let's see if we can do it again. All right. So I actually know the people that...
Millie
and James. And Simon was originally a part of it.
Yep.
And yeah, so Simon and Krabby did it at the beginning, I believe. And back in the day, my ex-partner was also involved with them in the property that they were in. They had a restaurant.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I've just always seen it. And then Millie was in it, and me and Millie were door girls back in the day, and we did heaps of the events together and at this venue called Lost Society, which in the club they ran every Saturday night was called Chalk.
918 Hay Street. That's
Lost
Society. I remember it quite so well.
You're like, I know of this one.
I know exactly where that is. Millie was in it one year, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was
She can
in it.
fight, that girl.
Oh, I want to watch her footage. Oh my god!
I think there is some somewhere. I think the only video footage I've seen is of probably the last two corporate rumbles. But yeah, the one I know she fought probably about 3. I think was it number 5 or something? She fought in that. Good fighter. She got dinner. Nice. First event was originally planned for April 2.
Yep.
That's correct. And then COVID has cancelled that, which was unfortunate. How's it been? Because that means you've got an extra, say, 3-4 months or even more now to actually train.
Yeah, it's been good. I've gone hard in those.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't slow down at all.
Nice.
No.
Because it would have been hard because you would have thought, I'll have 6 weeks off or something and get back into it.
No, I couldn't do it. I was like, no, because I said from the beginning, I was like, I got to give it my all. So there's no point me slowing down.
Yeah.
I think probably 2 weeks ago, I've taken probably 2 weeks off, and that was just me only doing my doubles on a Saturday. But other than that, I've been going, hard pretty much every week. So I do a double every Saturday from 7 till 10, and then I'll just come in and do 3 or 4 sessions throughout the week.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Yeah.
How do you think you are compared to April?
Well, at first I couldn't skip, so that's kind of my gauge. My gauge was I couldn't even get like 3 skips. Mm-hmm. Now my record is 139. And I was like, I want 100 by my fight, and I cracked 100 2 weeks ago. And I was like, cool, I can probably crack now. So.
Really? That's not easy, is it?
No. And I was like, I want to learn to do the walk and skipping, and I'm kind of getting there. So
that dance, you do the crossover as well?
No, I can't do that yet. But it's been like my milestone gauge on how well I'm improving.
Okay.
So
nice. And you're feeling a lot fitter?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did ask you before, so this isn't your first PCR event that you've actually been to? So you've been to one of these before?
But not as a guest. So I've never sat at a table and watched the whole thing.
Okay. So you were at last one, which was... So PCR 7 was cancelled and now we're in PCR 8. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were at PCR 6.
Yep.
Tell me what you were doing there. I was enjoying myself at a table with the
so you
wonderful...
got all the food and the drinks and everything.
I sat with the guy from Everlast. Quality people. No, he was one of the nicest guys. Yeah, really great guy. I think he's one of the major sponsors as well. But no, he was great. Sorry, so what were you doing at PCR 6?
So originally I was just supposed to sort of help out from behind, but then that didn't really need it. So I was, before all the fighters come out, there's obviously the giant lighting door. So it's just coordinating. It was just coordinating the lighting meant to open at the right time and to call the boxes through each session, because obviously they would be at different points and you couldn't see your people. We didn't want them together. So having them, just walking them from where their room was to the gate and then getting them to open the gate for them.
Okay, so you went out and got them from their actual room that they were staying in?
Downstairs there's 2 rooms with the blue and the
red. So they separate them?
Yeah.
So there's no banter?
There's no you're on gun.
Nice. So have you got any connections there? Obviously you did mention Millie and Krabby there. So any connections with any of the other guys that have actually fought in the PCR?
I knew Pim. Me and Pim go way back as well as door girls, so I know her from last year. Did she do? Yeah, she did last year. I watched her fight. Oh no, it was the year before.
Okay, yeah. Last year was my first year.
Yeah, so it's the year before then.
Okay.
Or it was last year, but the first one, I'm pretty sure. There was 2. There was one in April and one in...
They do 2 a year.
Yeah.
They're going to do 2 this year?
It is. It starts straight after
we
finish. Yeah.
Back to back?
Yeah. It's in November.
Jesus. It's going to be a busy lead into Christmas for those boys.
Yeah. They're going to be dead come Christmas.
All right. Obviously, with the step up in training, how's your current diet going with things like, obviously you've got to be eating more because you're
I actually eat a lot, so my diet hasn't changed.
Really?
I did ask how I could get abs, and they were like, it happens in the kitchen. I was like, damn, because I eat a lot. So I'm not going to have abs by September, which I wanted, but...
Is there a weight class you're going to be in?
Yeah, 50 kilos.
So you have to be 50 kilos?
Yeah,
or you got to be under 50? Or under?
Yeah.
Geez, that is a lightweight. Do you know who your opponent is? I know it hasn't been announced officially, so I'm going to have to get the all clear from
the boys.
Nige and Glenn and Krabby before I do. But do you know who your opponent is?
I do. So I'm actually fighting Claudia. She fought 2 years ago because her sister actually dropped out.
Claudia, let's have a look at Claudia.
So originally I was fighting her sister, Lauren Borelli, but Lauren dropped out.
So you're fighting the sister?
And now I'm fighting the sister. And she
so
fought in 2020.
You're just taking out the whole family. Next, I'm coming after your mum. Imagine that. Really? Oh, there's no photos of her.
Not yet. She had her photo taken on Tuesday last week.
Oh, okay, yeah,
because there's a few newbies.
I heard Marnie's back.
Yeah,
Mayhem.
she's been training.
Jesus, Marnie. She came in here last year.
I think Jess is fighting her. I think we've got to listen to our phone. I think it's Jess that's fighting because Jess was like, I didn't want to fight someone that's already fought. And I was like, ooh. I was like, I'm fighting someone that's already fought.
Okay, so you got to be under 50 kilos.
Yeah, I think or it's just around it. But I remember when they posted to find my replacement, they were like 40 to 50 kilos.
And she's quite your opponent, she's quite small as well?
I imagine so. I haven't actually met her.
What happens if you don't make weight?
As in, like, not enough?
Or
like
too much? Yeah.
I'd have to lose it before.
Jeez, that'd be a tough gig. My God.
There's been a few girls that have had to lose weight to get into their weight class.
Who sets these weight classes?
The Sports Commission. I'm like, damn, these Nazis.
You've got to love me for how much I weigh. Okay, your current drinking / partying / working habits, how have they changed? Because I've had a look through some of your photos on Instagram. You do enjoy a drink. How's that been since the lead up? Have you cut down on the social side?
Drinking. I was going to give it up earlier, but there was it was my birthday in May, and I was like, I'm going to have to wait till my birthday.
Oh, you've got to wait till your birthday.
And then I flew to Melbourne for my cousin's 30th, and I felt really bad to fly over there and not drink.
So it'd be rude. It'd be rude not to. I'm just hearing all these excuses coming up here.
So end of May, I pretty much
tomorrow
stopped
and this weekend's Saturday. And then I got a drink on Saturday.
But you know what? I'm actually not a drinker, so I'll have a couple, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It takes me too long to get drunk, so I find it a waste of time.
Really? I'll get you on some of this. We got some of this vodka, my mate.
I have had homemade vodka, very tasty.
Oh, he's Polish, and it is something else. It is really good. Oh, yeah, it's strong.
I've had a Macedonian make me homemade, and that was floor coming.
So illegal, that kind of stuff.
But I was also like 18, so that's probably why I put me on the floor.
I got a photo of you from your 19th. It's coming up later. Was going to be my
19th.
19th was going to be my screensaver on my phone, but that's just too weird.
I think I was attractive then.
It's an unusual photo. All right. Before this event, what was your normal training routine like? Were you like a bit of a gym kind of person?
Never been to gym in my life.
Really?
No. I know.
So what is it like now, having this commitment? Because leading in, when does the actual training start again? Like, when does it really step up?
So it's 4 weeks from the dates. I'm pretty sure next week's our first.
Okay. And then is it 3 sessions a week or 4 sessions a week?
4 sessions.
4 sessions. That is a lot. And they really said, Nigel or Glenn?
Nigel.
He's a big boy. Have you seen him box?
No, and actually, do you know what? That came to me last night. I was like, I should YouTube him.
Oh, yeah. So, him and Glenn, both incredible fighters.
Yeah,
very,
so I've watched
very good.
Glenn. I haven't seen Nigel yet.
Glenn was on the tried out for the Ultimate Fighter for the UFC.
Wow.
I'm dead serious. I'm pretty sure Robert Whittaker was on that. You in the UFC?
A little bit. I've gotten into it now that I've been watching sport.
Yeah. I love the sport. Jeez, that wasn't convincing at all. Okay. Jeez. Training routine since you've been selected for the event, is it? I can imagine that it's a lot easier now to get motivated to actually train when you know what's coming up, because you are going to an event. I mean, you've been to the event. You've seen what it's like. There's a couple of thousand people there. You've got your friends there. You've got your family there. And these people have obviously paid their hard-earned money to go there and see you.
Yeah.
How's it feel? All the pressure I'm putting on you now. Jeez. Is that enough motivation to get you think, to train that extra bit harder?
It has been, but also it's like I'm a pretty motivated person myself.
Yeah.
Like my family's like a bit more like, why do you want to do this kind of thing? So they're not enough of a motivation for me.
Love the support, Mum.
Literally. Yeah. The only person that was supportive was my nonna, and he was like, good, it's for your safety. And I was like, well, I'm not really doing it for my safety, but okay.
Jeez. But is it easy? You find it easy normally to get up there and get to training?
Yeah, I've actually found it to be very addictive.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you reckon you're going to keep going afterwards?
Yeah, I've actually thought, I was like, I'd like to do another fight after.
It did. I do see some photos from Anarchy like ones that have gone up, and there's so many of the people that did compete in the PCR who continue to train there, and I did speak to one of them who just said, yeah, it's like an addiction now. You've got this not a need anymore, but just this real want to train and get better.
Yeah.
When you see, and plus, got great coaches there. I mean, I know probably about 3 or 4 of them, but everyone I've seen has been high quality coaches.
And that's it. It's become very like community sort of based as well. Like you enjoy going down and seeing everyone, which is nice.
Is there anyone that you don't enjoy seeing? Come on, spit it out. All that stuff you were saying before I push
and even
record.
if I did, I probably wouldn't know their name. So
all that stuff you were saying about Jess before I turned the camera on. How dare you? How dare you say that about Jess Allen? What's the hardest part about the training?
Do you know what? They asked that on the question, and honestly, it's planking. I hate planking for the life of me.
How are you going to get those abs that you
I know.
so desperately
I have to get them in the
crave?
kitchen. That's what he said. He says, you've got to have the right diet. And I was like, oh, it's just...
Not going to happen?
I love food too much.
Really?
Yeah.
In the pastas?
Yeah. So I don't think it's that. I think he's like, you just can't eat fast food. And I was like, that's fine. I don't really eat that. But I think it's you just got to lose the like fat on top of you. And all my family's like, what fat? And I'm like, well, there's obviously fat there because I don't have abs.
Planking. You do like much ab work there? They're doing like a lot of sit-ups and things. Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't got abs under here. I'm sure they're under there somewhere.
That's what all the coaches said. They're like, they're under there. You just got to get rid of it. And I'm like, oh, this seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. It's winter. When am I getting my kid off in winter? Maybe summer I'll look into it. Okay, with your with the step up in training, has your weight fluctuated up? Have you got heavier, lighter?
No, I've actually maintained the same, which is unusual for me because normally I've always been a lot lighter than what I am. So this is probably the first time in my life. It is the first time in my life I've weighed this much and it's stayed. I've always been like 45, 48. So
and you're comfortable?
Feels weird. Yeah.
Feels good? You feel strong?
Yeah, I do now. I thought when I got to 50 I'd feel a bit like, oh God, this is a bit much, but...
Count around the extra few.
But now that I'm doing exercise with it, it actually feels nice.
How does it go? Do they do a bit of weight training with you guys as well?
We do a little bit with our hands and stuff, but not heaps. Like I haven't used a weighted belt or anything.
Oh, okay. And no lifting weights or anything there?
A little bit, but not a lot.
What's your cardio like? How those hill runs treat you?
Honestly, some days I'm like, yep, cool, and then other days I'm like, fuck this hill.
Nice to see we just brought out the bad language. Straight up. I said, part 2, you can say what you want.
Yeah.
I just dropped some F-bombs early. Nice. Nice. Thanks, sponsors.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, Mum.
My baby. Where'd she learn that word?
Like a woman.
Injuries. Tell me about these injuries. Any?
I haven't had any.
Really?
Jackie has punched me in the nose, and I got a little bit of a blood nose, but other than that, no injuries yet.
Okay. Jackie Toth. She's a savage, that girl.
Feisty little girl.
Oh, yeah. She's great. Very funny. And her Instagram is very funny as well, I got to say. All right. So nothing sore, nothing?
Oh, no, I do have the occasional days where V's obviously pushed us so hard, and I'm like, I'm a cripple. Thanks, mate.
But muscle soreness, no major injuries or anything like that? How are your hands holding up?
Oh, a couple of blisters were starting to form.
But no sore wrists or knuckles or things like that? I think some of the guys from last year, from memory, they're the ones, the injury started, the older guys started to really feel it in their hands and their wrists, like leading into the fight.
You saying I'm old?
No, it's not you. Come from
You said older guys, so I was like, how old are we talking here?
Nah, 40 plus. My.
I'm not that far off now.
How would you say? 30.
31.
31. Once you get to 44, you sleep wrong and you're injured. So how'd you injure yourself? I slept wrong. Oh, geez, that's great. Okay, obviously with the amount of training and everything you're doing, you noticed any mental changes in the sense of just your state of mind, your ability to deal with issues? Has that improved?
Yeah, I've become a lot more... I mean, sometimes I thought I was patient, but I've realised that I've gotten a lot more patient.
Really? Maybe I should start training. Short fuse. Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely controlled my anger. I'm a feisty Italian. I'm dead 100% admitting to that. Yeah, because there'll be a few times you get, pushed around in the ring and you're like, no. And you have to kind of actually reel it in. There's no point, I get very overexcited and just kind of want to come out swinging after someone's hit me. So I've had to really be like, calm down, be strategic, just sit sit with it, and then go, and then go. So it's been that. Mentally, otherwise, I've actually found that I've just really pushed myself. Like, you really notice how far you've got to push yourself when you're sitting against the wall, holding yourself up.
Oh, yeah.
And even just, you know, doing the bag sprints along the wall. You get halfway down, you're like, I can't do any more. But you're like, I have to do more.
Oh, yeah, because if you quit, they will be in your ear, won't they? They will not let you go. It's the patience thing, that's going to be a key for you on the night because it is only 3 2-minute rounds.
Yep.
That is still such a long time. That last round, I've seen some people in that last round. All technique and everything out the door. Yeah. People are just throwing anything. So how do you reckon you're going to go? 6 minutes. People go 6 minutes. Piece of cake. No, that is not a piece of cake. That is hard. How do you reckon you're going to go with 6 minutes?
Well, we've been practicing probably for the last month, just over a month and a half, of doing sparring with rounds.
Yeah.
So we've been averaging 5 to 6 rounds at 2 minutes each. So I'm trying to get used to not gassing out as quickly. And is that whilst also receiving like a knock here and there? Yeah.
How do you go with body shots?
I'm okay now. I took a few when we first started training, and that rocked me, and I was like, okay.
Just trying to
I was like, I'm little, but come on, guys.
Obviously doing a bit of boxing. Do you want to sip that a bit louder into the microphone, please?
I'm helping you think. It's very soothing.
No, it's not. It's not. That makes it worse. Personal safety, obviously being the high-quality boxer you are now, undefeated, some have said.
Yeah.
How do you go with personal safety? You feeling a bit more confident?
Yeah, I am actually. As my previous work has been in nightclubs, I've always worked night shifts. I never really felt scared, but this has added a bit more of a thing. Like, my mum would never go for a walk at night where I'd be like, no, I'm fine. But now it's kind of like, I'd be fine.
Yeah. When you say you work in nightclubs, what time were you wrapping it up and heading home?
6 a.m.
Really? Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah.
So most of the people would have gone home by then, but then still, there's the stragglers.
There's venue closes at 5, and then by the time you finish writing up incident reports and doing tills, 6 a.m. is 6:30.
Oh, my God. I don't know how you do that. That's no good. Do you have any, like, not fears, but more concerns about the event itself? Is there anything that you sort of got in the back of your mind that you're trying to just, deal with?
I think my probably biggest concern, let's say, is freezing up. Or just, not... I know I'll be fine with, like, the defence side. I think more like the follow-through, like actually countering whatever she does. That's probably my biggest hurdle to get through in the next 5 weeks.
Okay. What, just being able to strike someone?
Yes, I'm pretty good at, like, once I'm going, it's fine. But if, they've done a hit and then I'm, like, reevaluating, taking that too long of a pause or, like, getting ready to just actually keep going. Because before I used to just be, like, 1 for 1, whereas you really need to not just do 1 for 1.
No.
So.
Because some people take getting hit to actually sort of switch on and start going. Like, some people obviously will find it hard to almost throw the first punch.
Yeah.
But once they've been hit, they'll just go into that mindset. But I'm sure Knight, she's going to, like, the training he's going to give you guys in the next 6 weeks will obviously combat any of that kind of stuff. Because he's obviously a very good fighter and will want you to be on the front foot from day one, be able to take a hit. That's something else I was going to ask you. Have you ever been hit? You mentioned Jess gave you one before. Yeah,
I've actually been hit, outside of a boxing ring.
Oh, really?
A fair few times. So I've...
Troublemaker, nice. Any changes to the social life since you've been doing this training? Or are you still managing to slot in those nights out with the mates?
Yeah, I've been able to. Some nights have been like, I'm too tired. But also, I'm not going to lie, now that I've stopped working in hospitality, because I was in it for so long, I actually love my bed and I love staying home. So,
how good is it? Especially in this weather, freezing.
Yeah. People are like, you want to go out? I'm like, no.
Who do you live with? Friends or?
I live with my mum and my brother.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh, your mum, she'd cook you. She would feed you. I saw some photos of your mum. She would feed you.
She loves cooking. She bought a Thermomix, so that's like her life now.
Really? Italian? Whereabouts in Italy?
Dad's side's from Sicily and mum's side's from Naples.
Oh, she would cook. When am I coming over for dinner? That would be, I can't wait. She'd know how to cook. What are your family? And first up, your family. What did they? How was their reaction when you said, I'm going to go do a boxing event?
My mum was a bit like, are you kidding?
Really?
Are you stupid? You got rocks in your head? That's pretty much what she said. She's going to kill me. She says, why would you talk to me like that? You love me.
No.
Okay, she's not that old. That's a grandma.
That's all I know. This is the only Italian I know.
My cousins were super supportive. They loved it.
Oh, nice.
So
They're going to be there on the night?
Well, they were supposed to be, but one of my cousins just had her first baby, so that's either going to be her or her husband coming. They haven't decided between the two of them.
Okay.
And then my other cousin just had her third, and it will be his 1 year. So they'll do his 1 year's birthday on that day. So she's like, it would be too much to come. I was like, that's fair.
Oh, how dare he be born on the day when you're boxing? Jeez. See, someone's got their favourites.
I was like, sorry, it won't be at his birthday party.
We did. Oh, geez, what's happening on my computer? I did ask you who your opponent's going to be because who was your original opponent, do you know?
Lauren.
It was Lauren,
yeah.
and she's dropped out, so she's called in the big sister.
I don't know if she's older or younger, actually.
I'm not too sure. But she's done it before, so she knows what's coming.
And her dad did it the year before her.
Really?
So it's been, yes, apparently there was heaps of pressure on Lauren to win because her dad had lost and Claudia had lost.
Really? You're just taking out the whole family now, aren't you? Oh, jeez. No, it'd be good. All right, walk out. We'll get to the fun stuff now. Walk out music.
Is ill behaviour.
Ill behaviour. Oh, this is quite good. Oh, nice. Is there a big beat drop here?
Pretty much.
Nice. I like that.
It's a classic. I love it.
That's great. Oh, that is old. 2010. Jeez, that is a bit older. All right. Walkout music.
Tick.
Done. Tell me the nickname. I was trying to think of a nickname for you.
As in my fight nickname or my nickname in general?
Oh, both. Tell me what's a nickname in general?
Normally I go by Chi-Chi or Kiki.
Kiki.
So, yeah. That's pretty much been
Kiki?
it since I was like in high school. It's been Kiki or Keeks for some people.
Okay. And what's your nickname going to be for the event? I was trying to think of nicknames for everyone, and I've
Chop Chop.
Chop Chop. Chop Chop. Really?
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
Oh, I don't know. It was so hard to decide on so many.
Yeah.
At first I couldn't come up with one, but
Chop Chop's good.
yeah.
So it's Chiara Chop Chop Oteri.
Yeah.
I like it. It's going to be good. Have you guys seen the belts you guys win?
No.
Haven't you?
Dope.
Good. So good. I would fight just for the belt. I'd pay my opponent to take a fall because there's no chance, there's no way I would win with the injuries and the state of me. I'd pay him to take a fall, or her. I'd fight a girl. I'd probably lose to a girl. I would. Yeah, the belts are great. And they're not as good as the inflatable one that I've got up there, but yeah, they're like full like real belts.
Exciting. Okay.
Yeah, they're awesome. Oh yeah, they're good. I'll show you some photos in a sec. All right. So last up, considering we've gone for 45 minutes and it's a 10-minute thing we're doing there, what are you hoping to get out of this? Like at the end of it, obviously you're doing it for a reason. What are you hoping to get out of it?
Good question.
Nothing but good questions coming from me.
This is true. Honestly, one of it was the experience. I wanted a new way to push myself. And just sort of actually, getting out of my normal comfort zone. This has definitely been it. So I feel that combined with fighting in front of 1,200 people is an experience in and of itself.
When that music kicks off, and you've seen it backstage, when the music goes, the curtains open, you got smoke machines as well? Everything. I've seen it. You're like superstars. Oh, and I'll be there. And then everyone follows you down the race there. Everyone lines it as you walk down to the ring. Oh, that's going to be awesome.
I don't know, it's a surreal thing. It's almost like one of those drug experiences that you have that you're like, but it's not really drugs. That's what I feel like it's going to be. So I'm kind of like, this is cool.
Okay, I hope you get the main thing, because I was talking to one of the people that were in it last year. And one thing I do hope you guys get to do is actually enjoy it, because this next 6 weeks you've got of training will fly by, and then all of a sudden it'll be the event and it'll be over. And I just hope you do get a chance to take it in, because you guys are doing something that so few people will ever get to do.
Yeah.
It is an incredible thing to actually to fight someone in a ring in front of those people and to be able to handle that pressure. So I just really hope you get to enjoy it. And win or lose, I'm not going to have I have my favourites.
Yeah.
Team Nige all day.
Yeah.
And then
Not
someone
editing that out. Yeah.
No. Next person, Team Glenn all day. Yeah. Such a fence jumper. I just hope you guys enjoy it because it is an awesome event. It's incredible. I've been to a few events and this is probably the most well-organised, well-executed event I think I've been to, and it's awesome. And I do hope you get to enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah.
So
I hope so too, actually.
Well, 6 weeks to go. By the time I've edited, probably 2 weeks to go.
We go through all of us.
Yes. What's the date today? August 30th? No. So,
God, I'd
6
be
weeks.
stressing if it was August 30th. I'd be like, yeah, I'm ready.
Ready to go. Well, thank you very much for coming in, and I do wish you and the red team, my favourite, all the best for the September 3.
That's it.
Burswood. Not Burswood, geez, I'm showing my age here. Crown.
It's okay, I still call that.
Crown Ballroom. Tickets available through where? Through one of their sites.
Megatix, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Is it? I'm not sure. Go to PCR on any of the social medias and they'll have links in there. I'll probably put one up on our Instagram as well. But thanks for coming in, mate, and we look forward to seeing you on September 3.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.